It's February 6th, 2026. Today I'm going to feature a letter written from Langston Hughes to John Johnson. You might not know John Johnson. I'll tell you about him in a bit. And let me tell you about Langston Hughes. James Mercer Langston Hughes was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright, and columnist from Joplin, Missouri. An early innovator of jazz poetry, Hughes is best known as a leader of the Harlem Renaissance. Growing up in the Midwest, Hughes became a prolific writer at an early age. He was born on February 1st, 1901, and he died on May 22nd, 1967. Now, John Johnson, you know who he is, you just don't know who he is, let me tell you. John Johnson lived from 1918 to 2005. He was the grandson of slaves. He was born in Arkansas City, Arkansas, and as a teenager he moved to Chicago, where in 1945 he created Johnson Publishing. You know who he is now, don't you? Now, that became an international media empire anchored by Ebony and Jet magazines. In 1982, Johnson was listed among the 400 wealthiest Americans in Forbes magazine. Among his many awards is the Presidential Medal of Freedom presented by President Bill Clinton in 1996. In this letter, Langston Hughes congratulates him on the publication of Ebony, which began with a print run of 25,000 copies. Okay. So again, this is Langston Hughes to John Johnson. It's dated October 14th, 1945. Dear Johnson, Ebony is terrific. Thanks a lot for sending me a copy. I like it very much and hope it goes places. Not quite correct when it says Richard Wright is only Negro novelist in America who makes a living, and a good one, from creative writing. Zora Hurston does, if I am not mistaken. And I haven't had a job for 20 years. The phrase, and a good one, is probably correct, though. Here's a tip for you. Mrs. Grace Nell Johnson, Hotel Teresa, New York, has just given several crates of material of her late husband, James Weldon Johnson, to Carl Van Vechten for the James Weldon Johnson Memorial Collection, which he founded at Yale. All his handwritten original manuscripts of all his books, dozens of files of his correspondence with most of the great Americans of our time, wonderful collection of theatrical photographs from Williams and Walker days up to now, piles of NAACP and other clippings covering Negro life for past 50 years, etc., etc. Might make a good photo story for you to photo Mrs. Johnson and Carl Van Vechten sorting it out, etc. His whole Central Park West apartment is full of it. I asked him and he is willing to permit photos there. If you want to write him, Carl Van Vechten, 101 Central Park West, New York. You know, he gave his entire music library and manuscripts to Fisk as the George Gershwin Memorial Collection. I don't think 8 to 2 is a piece for Ebony, but of course, you may use it there if you think it is. Would give the returning colored soldier boys coming back to this white land something to feel good about. I just signed to do the libretto for a musical version of Elmer Rice's Street Scene with Kurt Wheels music, Lady in the Dark composer. So we'll be pretty busy for the next few months, what with lectures and all. I'll be in Chicago in early November. Would Thursday, November 8th be a good day to have dinner with you all? Or Friday, the 9th? Let me know. Sincerely, Langston Hughes. Now, let me read the footnote on this, because you might be asking, who the heck is Carl Van Vechten? I was asking that too. He lived from 1880 to 1964. He was a white American writer, photographer, and patron of many Harlem Renaissance writers, including Hughes and Zora Neale Hurston. He was also author of the controversial novel In Heaven. Now, N is for that N word. You know what I'm saying. Nigger. Yeah. That was from 1926, which sought to capture Harlem nightlife. I wonder why that was controversial. Might have to do some digging on that. But that's it for today. Take care. Have a great weekend.